Good evening and welcome to the final round of the first season of the Swemp Electronics Football Alliance. I can't believe we've reached it. Good evening to a co-commentator who joined me last week as well, and was that good? By popular demand, he's here again, Mr. Duggan.
Hello, mate. How you doing?
Not too bad, thank you. I think you can see what I can see in that my stream is just going round and round doing nothing, but I think it's probably working for everyone. If you are here in the chat, which none of you are, then just give us a shout and we'll be able to confirm whether it's working or not. At the moment, it would go wrong on the last day, wouldn't it?
I'll just do a little. I'll just do a little check. I reckon. It'll be sound. Did I not do that last week as well?
No, it was actually okay in the last one, but everything else was pretty wrong for recent weeks.
No,
Uh,
I don't think you're live.
you don't think I'm
You
live?
are. You
I
are.
am
You
live.
are. Yeah, you are live, mate. Yeah,
I'm right here.
yeah.
I'm just
Mouse is wiggling. Your sound
waving the
spot on.
mouse around. Perfect.
Yeah.
But nobody's here. They all boycotting the last day of the season. That's the point.
Yeah.
Ah,
Fuck 'em.
Dimble. Dimble is here. Good evening. It's all about you tonight, Dimble. Don't matter if no one else turns up. You're here.
He shat in me kettle last week, so he can fuck off.
Let's have a look at the fixtures. All one for the Saturday. For some reason, the Ewan Rovers versus Fallaraki game was deemed so important it got moved to the Saturday. Now, Fallaraki could put major pressure on their rivals, East Coast and Hulls, by taking a win in this game. It would require the other two to do the same.
Yeah. Hopefully, I can do something about that and do Dimble Dangle a favour by helping him to finish third. I reckon. Second, sorry. No, third. Yeah, third.
Third, indeed. Be a victory over Hulls, potentially. So we'll see how that one goes. Bit further down the table, we've got the battle here of Wanderers of Wolverhampton, Ewan Rovers, and yourselves battling for 8th. I bet you never thought you'd hear yourself say that after a season of 10th and 11th.
Wow, I feel like Steve Wright battling for eighth.
Without a
What a
shadow of a
guy!
doubt.
I think he's on a promise tonight, Dan. So he'll not be in the comms. I think he's on a. I think he's playing a game of hide the sausage. I think tonight.
This is after last
Um,
week of his rugby exploits with Fifey.
yeah, yeah. Well, we all know. He swings both ways. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that at all. So I think Thursday night is sausage night. One week it's Fifey. The next week it's some delightful young lady in the north.
And David is here as well. Good evening, David.
How are
Welcome.
you? How are you saying David's surname there? By the way.
I haven't tried it. I haven't tried it in Wild Like actually. It's for
And genuinely, I'm not taking the piss there. It's a really interesting. Is it like Chizvaska, something like that, or Chavaska?
yeah. It
Um,
sounds potentially about right. So I mean, David, confirm to us how do we pronounce your surname?
if you can type it phonetically into the keyboard, that would be really really good.
Yeah, that's a good point because I've just been using the term David because that's what he's known as on the old Twitter. But we shall see. Anyway, a bit further down the table, we've got some classics, haven't we? Fortuna could still claim ninth at best.
All to play for,
Um,
mate.
yeah.
Makes you wonder why there's only 5 viewers. To be honest, it's an absolute travesty.
Well, we'll just have a brief pause for a minute. I'll be back in a second. See if we get any more people in. You can just talk your way through the table for a second.
Okay, so in 14th position, having played 25 and won no games and drawn known games, but have lost 25 games, which is fantastic, and conceded 97 goals. We have Flamingos. Can't be asked reading that table. Key question for you tonight, guys, those of you that are in the chat, just while we wait for Dan to come back from whatever he's doing. Lasagna, that Italian delight, that Italian classic lasagna. Is it better, hot or cold? Is lasagna better, hot or cold? Let me know what you think in the chat. I have my own views. I'm not going to sway the discussion either way. I'm not going to kind of influence the discussion. I know I'm a highly sort of co-commentator, so what I won't do is give any input. But I'm interested to know what you think. So lasagna, hot or cold, and also I think the second question that follows on from that is tomato ketchup, fridge or cupboard? Tomato ketchup, fridge or cupboard? So we've got the lasagna question there. And we've also got the ketchup question there. If you could let me know what you think, all five of you in the chat. I think it would make me feel better about myself when I'm proven right. In 13th, we got racers who have only won 4 games, drawn 3, and lost 18. Absolute shambles. Imaginary Madrid, who, as we said last week, are a side that should be doing a million miles better than they actually have been doing. Have won 4, drew 5, and lost 16,
That's
which is a
terrible,
bit of a
isn't
shambles again. It is an absolute shambles.
it?
Oh,
I'm
welcome
back.
back.
I just thought I've been listening for the last 4 minutes just to see how you've been getting on. I'd say you can,
Fantastic.
yeah, you're good to go. You can host this next season. I'll quit. Um,
Pass.
did you mention there's somebody else on the chat
I think there is.
tonight?
Yeah, there's Kabai. Kobai.
Yeah, I've not seen this person before.
Welcome to the Swemp.
Yeah, welcome indeed. Come along. We don't usually waste this much time not doing anything, and I don't usually walk away halfway through. But anyway, yeah, let's have a look at the rest of the fixtures for today. Then, obviously, after this one, we've got Ewan versus Falaraki as the first game. Then Badgers and Allenwell in the big
Wow.
battle for 7th place, which actually isn't going anywhere, is it? Because I believe they are far enough apart, 7 points. So nothing happening from that one. Flamingos versus East Coast, massive one
Yeah.
there. I
Cricket
mean,
score. Cricket score.
if Flamingos concede 3, that's the 100. And I think
Yeah.
we've
If
been we've
if
been
they
lazy for this.
if they avoid the 100, I'm going to go out there. If they avoid the 100, I will sponsor a flamingo.
East Coast, will it happen? Will East Coast be able to get those goals? Dimble's hoping so. Fortuna versus Imaginary Madrid. Again, it's a no contest for the two sides, and they're miles apart in the table, despite being in one place. Fortuna have pushing twice as many points or whatever, but nothing's going on. Hulls versus yourselves. You mentioned that one. How you're aiming to upset the apple cart, so to speak.
Yeah, and
Um,
obviously the troops will be returning to the motherland. They've had their season in the Swamp. They'll return to the motherland and will obviously be relieved by the Asian Reds, flying the red flag next season, which will be interesting.
oh yes, yes. I'm looking forward to seeing that squad in action. It was mentioned last week, wasn't it, with the whole
Mhm.
Nanami chat as well? And yeah, definitely a good one. Phoenix versus Trafford, which if last week's games had gone a different way, this could have been a title decider. But as it is, the two teams, Phoenix just playing for some glory at the end there, I imagine.
Come on, the Phoenix.
And Racers versus Wanderers of Wolverhampton. Let's get on with the first game, which we know what it is, because that is on the Saturday. Falaraki, who last time out, they had a 4-1 win over Racers. Racers who, were condemned pretty early on to relegation. Last time they played Ewan, though, it was a 3-1 win, and something reasonably convincing as well, wasn't it, really?
Strong side, and I think they started the season really well.
Yeah, you mentioned you
Um,
liked these last week.
yeah, yeah. There's good few players in there that I think for all their strong, the Ronaldinho's and stuff, and Sigalco, obviously. The wider squad, they've got some good kind of little cult hero champ man players. So I would have been more interested and enthused if they'd had played them. But I think they started the season really well and then they've just kind of fell away, I think. I think they haven't quite had the firepower to play with, to kind of compete with the big boys at the top.
Yeah, never going to get into the very top bits, but a good team, good fair team all round. 15 degrees strong wind we're looking for Tora Holland refereeing this one. Robin suspended, filling in Van der Vaart on the wing there, and D'Alessandro onto the bench.
Not sure about Van der Vaars on kind of wide. Definitely central for me here, either as AMC or MC. Interesting. I was just about to ask you to pull up your stats actually.
Not
Yeah,
played
looks,
a lot. Good crosser.
yeah, not played a lot, but he's one of those players because of his age that you've got to play and then kind of get a generous little game update on. But yeah, we'll see how he goes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, D'Alessandro on the bench. He's only got one appearance this season in the league, but his cup games are all right.
Yeah, looks decent. Looks decent. We've obviously got him in Dragon squads, and he's done the grand sum of absolutely fuck all season. But yeah, he looks good there.
And the opponents for this game today, Ewan Rovers, Mr. Shaw has just arrived. So good evening. Let's have a look at your team for today, which, based on last week's weak squad with Dootson performing reasonably well and getting beat by East Coast, gone back to something we're a little bit more familiar with the Stars returning.
Yeah, immediately looks stronger, doesn't it? That spine of kind of Stam, Vieira, Kallstrom, and Saviola looks a million miles better compared to what he posted last week, which was just absolutely off its tits, really.
Well,
For want
Dootson
of a
is
better
now out
expression.
of the 18 Dootson.
Yeah. Yeah, was it not some sort of mad formation as well with arrows? Have a look at last match at the top.
Last match it was, sort of wide
Yeah,
fullbacks and such like, yeah.
yeah, just McCready and Foster just having a bevy in the front row of the stands there while like LeBerry's just standing there going, what the fuck's going on here?
Yeah, and he didn't play. Well, he actually played all right with his 7 in the end. It makes
No,
his season a
there's
whole lot better.
Smeg playing this week.
Which one? Not Salt.
No, do you not remember my story last week? I went to school with a lad whose second name was Seddon, and
Oh,
in primary
yes.
school we called him Smeg, and then we got the sex ed talk in year six,
And then he just
and
disappeared.
Smeg came up and he disappeared, and no one knows where he is.
Yeah, wonder what came of him.
Hey, yeah, I might have made that last little bit up just for dramatic effect about him disappearing and nobody knowing where he is. But he was definitely called Smeg, and he definitely got the piss ripped out of him in school after the sex ed talk.
And definitely 4.33 is not a great season from him. Predictions from yourself and however many we've got in the chat. It says we've got 6 viewers, but I don't know, we've got some silent ones. I think Tato is around watching the show tonight, so he may well be silently predicting. What about yourself?
4-0 Falaragi.
Playing yellow today. Playing yellow for
Like that.
Laraki. Yeah,
Like
going
that.
for it's nice and bright, isn't it? 4-0.
Just before we kick off, Dan, just got a little bit of a game to play tonight.
Oh
If you're up
yes,
for it,
yes,
just in
indeed.
between games. So I've just been doing a little bit of a look around really, and just seeing all of the kind of interesting ways that people die. So I'm just going to kind of ask you. It's a game of higher or lower. Yeah,
What
everybody
the
knows how to
height
play
they
higher
fell
or lower.
from, or
No, in terms of numbers, just raw numbers, all right? Because I know you're a stat man, and you like your stats. So, just the first one, just to get us going, the more people die in the US from texting while driving or from hippos in Africa. So, let's just have a think of that as we watch the first half, and we'll come back to that.
oh yes, I wonder what people will be thinking in the chat there
Well,
as
I'm
well.
still waiting on my lasagna. There's only Dimble who said whether he likes hot or cold lasagna, and nobody said if the ketchup goes in the fridge or the cupboard, so they can all fuck off.
Oh, is
Let's
this
kick off.
what it's all about? Lasagna, hot, yeah,
Hot,
hot with chips.
hot with chips.
Yeah, hot
Okay,
chip. I like a bit of hot chip as well. Decent tunes every now and then.
decent hot chip. Yeah, yeah, good band.
3-1 to the 69ers, says Mr. Shaw. The Falaraki team who are bending over backwards to perform today. Can Falaraki, I mean, are they playing with a bit of nerves at the moment? 15 minutes in nearly, and Sigalco's had a chance, but they hadn't been. Oh, there we are. They're in the league now. They're up to third as it stands. But Ewan Rovers have equalised. I suppose they're still third, as it is right now with the point that they'd be getting, but it won't be good enough to expect they can finish third with the point. So it's Shellstrom's equaliser, and then we are 10 minutes from half time. It's got a bit quiet. Chances maybe before half time. Ronaldinho missing the target. Sigalko does score. It's 2-1 again. And it is what they need in a red card, though, for Christian
Oh,
Kivu. I don't think Champino is here.
nah, two at the back.
It can't be 2 at the back.
Oh, yeah, it's got to be three, hasn't it?
Yeah, so I don't think he's here. So I think the plan.
Woodgate.
I mean, yeah, Woodgate over Delaney, I guess, at this point.
Two AMCs.
It's going to have to be. So it sounds like a Beastie Boys tune, isn't it? 2 AMCs and 1 DJ.
Or you could
I
you could
think Van der
break.
Vaart with Joe Cole out wide. I
Yeah, yeah,
think
I was
Van der
just
Vaart
about to
coming on.
suggest that. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Stephen Fifey in the chat, newly crowned Super League
And
champion.
he's gonna do a dodo, it says, I think.
He is. He played a fantastic whip wob formation in the final. Everybody, um,
Oh no.
to
Well
score
deserved win.
four against the Dragons, despite them not having conceded more than two all season. And the Dragons only had one shot. So, do the maths there, guys. He played a fantastic whip wob formation, which won him his first ever stop, which is fantastic. I hope he can repeat the same exploits next year. Well done, Fifey. I'm delighted.
Not a sense of bitterness at all. Here we are just before half time, then this is 10 against 11, but 11 against 10. Mike Savage is here. Good evening,
Savage.
Mr. Savage. Yes, half time. Let's take a look for the statos amongst everyone like me. Ewan scored their only shot on target, and Falaki have 2 out of 3, so it's not been a game for the keepers. We'll go and look at Ewan in case Mr. Shaw wants to make any changes, such as the 84% arm injured Patrick Vieira.
Do you ever look at colours, Dan, and wonder how they taste?
How colours taste?
Mm.
In terms of what, just generally?
So I'm just looking at the two strips.
Oh yeah, yeah. I
And
think I'd rather
like
eat the
what
Ewan Rovers.
yeah, but what flavour would it like you're looking at those two colours now with that home strip. What colour, what flavour are you getting from that?
I'm just reading Five Please comment. For the Ewan Rovers one, I'm getting a kind of like a candy floss kind of feel to that.
Oh,
I think.
nice. Nice. I was getting a little bit of raspberry.
Yeah, yeah, that sounds quite nice actually. Yeah, raspberry and
What about Falaraki there?
strikes me as a bit of margarita pizza or something going on.
Margaret, I think rhubarb and custard.
Yes, well, I'd eat that. I would eat
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Ewan's a rhubarb. So Mike's going for Ewan being rhubarb. Rhubarb and
Oh,
custard
he said it. Yeah,
between the
he's
two.
all right. Okay. Yeah, nice. Nice.
Falaraki's very Partick Thistle, although I don't think I'd want to eat Partick Thistle.
Yeah.
Vieira
Dimble
off.
thinks Ewan tastes like a Latvian vagina.
That's very specific.
Yeah,
And then his Falaraki comment
that's
as well.
print screen sent to the heavily pregnant missus. Do you know what lead is posted on the internet?
So
It's right for an
is on.
absolute kick off that.
And that's what's happening there. So Flitcroft is on for Vieira. That's the change that everyone was expecting, wasn't it? Flitcroft for Vieira.
Yeah, what's up?
I suppose
What's
while
up?
he's injured and the cup final is next week, it's exactly the right thing to do for the team. Let's have a quick scan of what they called.
Yeah, rhubarb and custards.
No, Champino subs.
Oh, okay.
Just in terms of his sub things, I think he's just preparing 60 minutes. Actually, he hasn't got any specific instructions for this week. I don't think I can get it to 60 minutes anyway. Let's head on. Have a quick scan of Falaraki. Yeah, Joe Cole's one to watch over the next bit. Okay, so here we are back on with the match. Looking towards sub times because this game. Oh, there we are, Ronaldinho making it 3-1, and they do have a grip on third as it stands, despite being a man down. Here we are.
And I think they'll get a couple more. To be honest, mate. Chances
there are
coming.
chances, and Ewan are weakening a little bit. Tube of refreshers, yes,
That's a
potentially.
great show. That's a great
Yeah.
show.
So we're having a look at the Ewan side there. Hill and Rimmer on fives, and Rimmer's on a yellow card. Any changes there, Mr. Shaw? Have a look and see how you're thinking for this one. And I'm just scanning
What were
for.
the best refreshers? So like Shaw has came out with like a tube of the actual drumstick lolly, what a shout that is. Maybe it needs the green in there as well. Like tube of refreshers is in like the green and yellow, like sweetie ones, but then actually there's the refreshers that are like the blue and yellow or the pink and
Yeah, the
yellow.
chew bars.
Yeah, I think tube bars are better.
I
Pink
prefer the
refreshers,
chews.
tube bars. Yeah, if I've got a tub of that, like the selection box sweets at Christmas, that's like the first ones I go for. Like
Fifey, what's wrong with Parma Violets?
Palmer Valley, they're absolute aids. Awful.
I like Parma Violets. Mr. Shaw is saying keep going, carry on. Unless he's on carry on Ewan. That's quite a film, wasn't it? That one.
Like if you have a really like old auntie who is like just a bit rough and probably a bit of a perv, and she like makes you kiss her at Christmas and stuff. Palmer violets taste like her perfume.
Just made a change for Ewan there. Ewan for Fallaraki even. Joe Cole coming off, and David Collins comes on, and Ronaldinho to move out to the left hand side, just to keep them going till the end of the game. We shall see if this has any impact for either team. Oh, chance I think it was Yap
There's at least
Stanley
another two in this. At least another two.
in the final 20 minutes. Ketchup in the cupboard, lasagna cold.
I think David has won.
There's
I
another
think
one.
David has won there. Oh,
Well, I think at this point now they can go to two at the Mac. So let's just
yeah,
do that
crap on,
and shift
crap
it that
on.
way. They might as well. They are more attacking type. But to get two red cards, they won't be suspended for the start of next season, though. They're lucky because none of these have been retained. I don't think by the team. What on earth is going on? It's quite strange, isn't it? The chat and the matches, some kind of sorcery. Falaraki finishing third at the best, fifth at the lowest, and they got their win, moving themselves temporarily for a day into the top three. So
Done their
please,
job. Done their job.
let's have a little look
Done their
there.
bit in the race for. Oh, there's some horrible ratings there.
Lorry dropped to a foot. Oh, flump. Yeah, it's a
The whole
flump,
flump.
isn't it?
Yeah, it's
Wow.
a flump. What a shout.
Yes.
Prompted by Fifey, I think, and then Savage just came in with the flump. Were flumps good?
You don't
Were
think he's
they good?
you don't think he's calling Fifey a flump, is he?
Well, yeah, that as well.
Turkish delight is superb. You can't knock
Turkish delight is eating a Turkish delight is like eating one of those things that goes in the urinal at the pub,
it. Or eating the auntie.
or
See,
eating out the Latvian auntie.
see, I like Turkish delight.
Yeah, I like Latvian aunties. Yeah. I like Latvian aunties. Yeah, Turkish delight. You've got some bad taste, you tell you.
I've had ham, oaty flakes, and reggae sauce on toast. I'm fine.
I worked with a lad once who liked flake sandwiches. You know the chocolate flake. Two slices of bread, butter, and a crushed up flake. He was absolutely lifting.
Cheese and munchies
Um,
are a good sandwich filling. You know those
cheese
biscuit,
and what?
yeah, munchies, the biscuit and
The
toffee.
chocolate.
Yeah, those ones. Yeah,
Honestly, you're fucking lifting you.
lovely with
Really.
a bit,
You're
bit of
fucking
double
you.
Gloucester. Anyway, so Ewan lose the match and put themselves in the under pressure of finishing in a double figure position now. Maybe as Falaraki move up, two red cards, Kivu and Gerard, two yellow cards apiece, and we'll move into the next day. But there
So
we.
then, Dan, so what you're
Oh
saying,
yeah, yeah.
does
The I
texting
think
while
it's
driving in America, or hippos in Africa kill more people every year?
uh, judging by the how I've seen hippos looking pretty aggressive. I'm going hippos.
Okay. Well, if I said to you that texting while driving kills 6,000 people in the US, would you change your mind?
Probably, but I can't go back.
Yeah. So hippos 3,000 people.
Ah, well,
So
texting.
so yeah, texting's ahead. So When we come to the next one, we'll
Yeah,
do a higher or lower in relation to those 6,000.
I quite enjoyed that. It was a nice little start.
Thanks, mate. Cheers.
Uh, yeah, Faraki plus 16. So anything for Hulls and East Coast. Victories move them back ahead of them. And at the bottom there, looking into it, Ewan ninth, but victories for Fortuna and or Iron Curtain push Ewan down the table. Expecting more than 6,000. Why haven't you done 4,000 of them 5e? I don't yeah, stay off the roads in America. That's the plan. Anyway, here we
Yeah,
go
it's
into the
true.
next day. Clicking through, there might be some injuries. Oh, I do need to make a change for Jens. He wanted, I think he actually wanted to go back to that as his team there with Danielson into it. I'm just checking that. Yeah, that would be it there. Torricelli back in training. I've clicked off the screen. I'm doing very well tonight. Rimmer banned for a game. That'll never happen. No appealing because there's no point. Click it through, and we almost arrive at the next day. Oh, a lovely, exciting career for Iron Robin. Did so well while was suspended for that match, or whatever happened.
It'll never amount to anything. He hasn't got the quality.
No, and he'd probably end up at Groningen or whatever in the Dutch league and retire twice. That's my guess. Maybe more over here. Yeah, oh yeah, maybe Mike. Yeah, maybe the proportion is higher that in the UK. Maybe
Mm.
not numbers wise, but maybe proportion of population. It's potentially right.
I would also say, like, generally as well, not to get too like pedantic about it, but it's a really hard statistic to actually capture, other than from eyewitness testimony or like
On the
dash
hippos,
cam footage. I mean, hippos, if you find someone's limb in a hippo and they've shit it out and they've went missing, then the hippo's killed them. But yeah, I think I agree, Fifey. I think it is higher. I think there's a little bit of issue with the reliability of the statistics there. Anyway,
well, let's go into the matches, and we'll save the games for fourth, the Flamingos and the Hulls games till the last ones. I'm not really bothered about what else comes in these positions. Badgers versus Allenwell. So Badgers for today go back to their Badger Arrow formation, and yeah, Finnan and Duff out wide, playing further forward than they usually would, but it might work for them today. And Alex Manninger up front.
wow. Listen, if nothing else, you can always rely on Tato to keep it interesting. He's a big advocate of everything what I said last week against some of the shithouse teams that have went for like superstars. You've got the chance to play something that you'll never ever play in real life because it's not real life. Don't be a boring twat and play the best 11 on the game. So yeah, I'm all in for an Alex Maniga winner.
He has scored one this season already as well. So he scored one in the cup.
Dimble said Steers texted more than 6,000 hippos.
And one of them was George from Rainbow. Jim's here as well. Good evening, Jim. Some superb commentary from you on Monday night this week as well. So it's been a good week for commentary. Yeah, so Vance Warner is coming for Dave Barnett, who would have been playing, but he is still injured. I think he's missed quite a lot of the last few games. His record for one season he's not fantastic, I suppose, with the way that he's been going
Why
all
is
years.
Fifey telling you to fuck off?
I don't know. I think he doesn't.
Does he not like does he not like your rainbow crack?
That was about Steve.
Oh yeah. I don't know why he's telling you to fuck off. Fifey, can you let me know what Dan's done to annoy you, please, so we can aim to please?
Anyways, right. So we're on to. Or is it because I? No, it can't have been because I suggested that he'd done all those extra deaths in the American roads. Oh, Manning has scored against Flamingos. That's it. Right. Yeah, fair enough.
Oh yeah, okay, fair enough. Yeah.
It was in the cup though.
Fifey, if Flamingos avoid 100 goals tonight, conceded, then I'll be sponsoring a Flamingo for you and calling it Stephen Fife. Super League with whatever.
Not call it the Swindon Devil.
No, because that's no, because Stephen Fife, the whip over.
So anyway, Alan Well unchanged, unmanaged, I suppose as well is one way to put it. This team will just play the 90 minutes out and see how they get on. It's been a pleasure to have them this season. And last time out 5-0 against Flamingos.
Actually,
I'd
can we
forgotten.
just look at some of Flamingo's
Yeah, go on.
results? Can you just pull up some of Flamingo's results
When
for
we
us,
get to
please?
that team, we'll have a good look at them. Last time they played the
Okay.
cup replay 5-1. Other times they played each other 2-2 draw in the cup. Before that went to extra time and then a replay, and 2-0 to Allenwell in the reverse fixture with Ricketts and Eka Kanga scoring the goals. Predictions.
Um, I really like Badgers, as I've said. Obviously, Tato isn't arse because it's the last game of the season. But like, kind of being serious for a second, I think the kind of strength that Alumwell have got through the middle is probably going to just overwhelm that kind of spine that Badgers have got going on. So I'm going to go 3-1 Alumwell.
Well, we shall find out. We're just about to get. In fact, I'll kick off and I'll look for the sub instructions afterwards. Anyway, here we are. I think it's pretty much going to be don't bother. Don't bother. In fact, it's keep them on, but go with ratings if necessary. 4-0 prediction from Fifey, 2-0 from Dimble. These are both to Allenwell, and they are 1-0 up at the moment. The Avon scoring for Allenwell, not an own goal. One on each team. David Collins has had a chance there for Badgers. Another one from Collins as well. He's coming close to getting his goal, but at the moment he's still 1-0 to the opponents, who I think there was a 7-point gap before the match. So he's kind of going with ability of the two sides. Arkadiusz Bonk's going, and Yavin as well for 3-0. This is quite the domination. Collins again coming close for Badgers, but I mean, this is a big half-time lead, and Manninger will be kept on for the 90 minutes. At this point, I mean, to go with ratings, there's nobody struggling apart from Manninger.
Yeah, but keep him on. It's great crack.
Yeah, he's staying on. He's staying on for the 90, definitely. Shot-wise, 5 shots, 2 on target. I'd expect most of those to have been David Collins. 4 shots, 4 on target there. Yeah, Collins, 3 shots, all off target, and Justin Walker, 2 shots, 2 on target. So we'll go to 60 minutes anyway with Badgers and see how they get on. Everyone's fully fit, just about. The game has been played at a rather slow pace. Not much going on from many of the players. And Bonk and Yavin kind of turning on a bit of style, and Hersey with 2 assists.
Yeah, it just looks as though they're playing just direct, just passing through the lines and taking chances when they come.
You did say you felt they were too strong.
Yeah, especially through the middle. I think unfortunately there's probably more goals to come. But if Alex Manninger scores, then Badgers win by default, regardless of the score.
Find a way to edit the league table at the end. Well, I suppose we type it out differently, yeah. Anyway, so we run to the second half, and it's more attacking for Allenwell. Yellow card for Justin Walker. Coming towards the subs. I'll have a quick look. I mean, Priest is on a 5, but it's probably going to be to have a look through who actually it is. What would you do? Tato's always one that would go more attacking, but I don't think he'd leave. I don't know how he'd make it more attacking.
I think you could either sub Finnan or Duff for the likes of a Ryan Williams, who's an out and out AM or LC. You could probably get rid of Walker and play 3 up top with David Collins in behind. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, Walker's played pretty well, hasn't he? I mean, I know he's on a yellow card. His rating is okay. But yeah, it's one of those. It's a bit of a conundrum, isn't it, of what to do here. I'll just read what he put there. Go with keep. What sub plans do you have? Keep them on, but go with ratings. If not, nightmare.
Yeah, keep as is. Keep as is. He's not
Yeah.
in the chat, to be fair to him.
Well, Collins has missed everything. If we just take Collins off and bring on Sullivan, just do that.
Yeah.
There we go. And Allenwell staying as they are. Yes, he's not in the chat, but he is watching.
Yeah, and to be fair to him, like, um,
It's 4-0 though, and Yavin has a hat trick. Badgers have a penalty turned down. Nearly 5, Yavin hitting the post. Ooh, it's been
just
quite a
strong
beating.
through the middle. 8, for the AMCs, side pulling strings as you'd expect.
Of course, naturally gifted.
Yeah,
Oh, Walker's going for it. I almost said an equaliser, then that would be quite the wrong word. 4-0 it is at the end. Solid victory for Allenwell. Badgers did get some shots. In fact, they got the same number of shots on target as their opponents.
yeah, and just the quality of Lunwell up top. Paid really. They had Alex Monaghan and Yavan, and Lunwell had a good 3 EMCs in behind. What are you thinking for these strips then? Because I'm getting kind of like humbugs for Badgers.
I was a Blackjacks myself, but
Blackjacks is a great shout. Struggling with a Lunwell.
that would be. Oh, it'd probably be those licorice all sorts, the ones with the all the like dotty sugary bits on them, because you usually get those in those 2 colours.
Yeah, maybe.
Or Postman Pat Chews. Postman Pat Chews were good.
What are
They
postman
were
patch shoes?
strawberry milkshake flavour. They were the same shape as blackjacks and fruit salads and all that, and they had little bits
Oh
of
yeah,
Postman Pat on the wrappers.
yeah.
Weirdly, I talked about them with my family last week. Very
Nice.
strange. Flying
Fantastic.
sherbet discs for Allenwell.
That's a
Let's
that's a bad shout.
take a quick look at the Allenwell ones. 3 shots on target for Yavin have all gone in. Bonk's shot on target went in, and Cassano had a shot on target that didn't. And a very solid end to the season for Allenwell. In fact, that might well have been maximum points for them without a manager. Tato there to mention he got battered, but he played Manninger up front, so
You did,
very well
mate.
done. Lots of credit
Yeah,
to you there at the end of the season.
you win on default.
Trafford Phoenix, absolutely non-event, isn't it? So let's play the game next. This is
So
basically go on.
just
Oh
before we
yes,
come in
yes.
there, Dan,
Yeah,
just before
you
we come in
higher or
there,
lower?
so we've identified that 6,000 people die every year texting while driving in the US. Next one, I want to know if it's higher or lower. So we're going to look at autoerotic asphyxiation now. So again, in America, how many people do we think die? And their cause of death is suffocating themselves during a sex act for either pleasure or pleasure of someone else.
Oh,
So I'll let you
that's
have a
gonna
little bit of
be
a think of it, and we'll come to that at half time.
yeah. Yeah. I can think about the numbers there. Not going to think about the action.
Stay right isn't included in the statistics, if that helps.
As he's alive.
Yeah, that's a fair point, mate. Yeah, yeah.
To as much as we know, anyway. Last time these two played each other, it was in the cup. It was a 1-1 draw, and it ended up with a Trafford penalty shootout victory. But in the league, they also played out a 1-1 draw with 2 red cards of Simeone and Scholl for Phoenix.
Yeah, back to
So
Phoenix tonight. Come on, Phoenix, get the moral victory, mate.
Trafford playing their end of season. Only change to the lineup is David Beckham has come into the left hand side of the centre midfield 3.
Yeah, it's interesting. That's interesting. Um, not really. I'm not really a fan of Beckham. Full stop in the game, if I'm honest with you. I think his stats are massively deceiving. I don't think he's ever done anything for anyone that I've ever seen play him. Really, I think he got a full season at Fulchester on the right hand side, and I think he didn't do much at all. So that would be interesting on the left of a 3 in the midfield.
And up against Bolton Phoenix, who this game have gone for a different type of formation. Just kind of, I suppose, it's a bit like a
Exhibition.
4-4-4-5-1 type thing, but with a bit of variance.
Yeah, and Bradby just wants to give Turam a little neck on there, I think. So
And why not?
yeah, so kind of 2 up top with all 2 AMCs, 1 MC, 1 DM, a DML, and an MR. Yeah, let's go for it. Smash them, Phoenix.
So Phoenix looking for at least the moral victory, despite the fact that they have been beaten to the title by Trafford. predictions for this one. You're going for a Phoenix win. 1-1
I hope
is
so.
the result we've seen twice this season between them.
Yeah, I would like Phoenix to edge it 2-1, so I'm going to go with Phoenix 2-1.
Well, here we go. Let's see what happens. Will we get anything different? I think the commentary has slowed down. I think that's because of the title thing last time out. Oh, still 0-0. Dimble going 2-2. And Fifey going 1-0 to Phoenix. Not a lot of Trafford, but at the moment they're holding their own, as they have done all season. There's a 1-0. It's Zinedine Zidane scoring for Phoenix. Because, of course, he played for both teams. So we are 10 minutes from half time. A yellow card to Petit, a yellow card to Emerson so far, one to
Phoenix on top.
Cannavaro.
Phoenix are on top.
It does look like it is at the moment. Although we know what Trafford can be like. They can get their way back into any game. Close, nearly half time. Thuram's had a yellow card. Chance there. Oh, Sigalko, close chance there. So, 3 shots to 1, 5 shots to 3 on goal generally. I mean, it was I don't know. Yeah,
It
Phoenix
felt
edging
like
it, but
Phoenix.
Trafford
Yeah, it
had
felt
more
like
chances.
Phoenix. Yeah, you wonder if the kind of obviously a lot of people play that flat 4-1-3-2 because in the original version of the game it was deemed to be kind of overpowered. But I do find it comes a little bit unstuck if you do something a little bit outside the box in terms of your arrows and your instructions and things. It's almost like the kind of default 4-1-3-2 cannot handle anything that isn't a default formation. So yeah, maybe that's what's going on,
Puts a
or
bit of
just the fact that
confusion in
Phoenix have
there.
took the chances really.
Yeah, Zidane's on a 5, despite the fact he's put 2 shots on target. He's missed both his
Makes no sense.
headers, and his passing's half at what it is. Yeah, it's a bit strange, isn't it? It's strange, anyway. Caught offside once. That might count against him. Anyway, let's have a quick look. Less is more from Phoenix, so no changes. And Trafford is do what you feel like kind of thing for this one. So as it is, we'll play to 60 minutes for both
So what
teams.
we do feel like doing is I'm coming to it as full time, Dan, or the 60-minute subs.
Yeah.
We'll reveal whether
Oh yes, yes
autoerotic
indeed.
asphyxiation is higher or lower than texting.
Yeah. Well,
Which makes a great point that if it's got its own genre, if it's got its own name, it must be fairly high.
I'm going higher. I'm going for
You're
about
going higher than
10. Yeah, I'm
6,000.
going for about 10,000.
Wow. Okay. Okay. So I can reveal just before you get into the nitty gritty of the subs that actually autoerotic asphyxiation only kills about 600 people annually.
Hmm.
Only about 600
The
people. So
rest
it
of them
was
just
lower.
enjoy it.
Anybody who and survive. Anybody who said lower, you've won the prize.
Yeah, I'm losing every single one here. That's 2 out of 2. Less is more for Phoenix. They are winning. We'll leave it as it is. Trafford, they are losing. Zidane's playing terribly. So
Get him off.
withdraw Zidane. That'll
Rick
be
Helmy.
Rick Helmy. And let's put Beckham over to the other side, where he'd probably be a bit more comfortable. And
I would have Emerson off as well.
for being on a yellow.
I think he's a walking red. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, there's my old right clicking. Emerson. There's
And
not.
Dyer and push Ferguson up.
Yeah, it would make more sense, wouldn't it? That would make perfect sense. Leave the rest going as they are. David likes the look of Cafu playing in the right wing back in that formation, rather than the right back of Trafford. Cafu versus Cafu. What a game that will be. It's interesting to see Dani Alves playing in the Olympics as an attacking mid or whatever he's doing for Brazil at
Is
the
he?
moment. Oh no, he's playing right back, isn't he? He's playing right back in the Olympics and he's been playing attacking mid for his club.
It's crazy. I didn't even realise he was still playing.
38, yeah, 38. Brazil doing pretty well, looking like they're probably favourites for the Olympics. Oh, there's Cannavaro going on a red. Simple change here will be Njai going into centre back, and let's just put in Zanetti into midfield. So In fact, we're not going to do that because we're not going to bring a sub on, are we? Just going to do that.
Yeah, drop him in.
Yeah, he's going to make a sub. Oh, yeah, he's coming off. He's not injured. Late chances for Trafford, maybe. No. 1-0 Phoenix. End of the season with Phoenix getting the moral victory with their only shot on target.
Like he called it. Like he called it. I think he said 1-0 Phoenix.
He did. He did indeed. Wasn't quite the call from the other night of Big Noopy with Adamidis to score the only goal in a 1-0 win for Ortiz, despite the fact he played at sweeper.
Yeah.
Quite the prediction, that one. Thuram, 7 tackles out of 7, 4 keys. Massive. Yeah, it is a shame it didn't mean anything. It would have been last on if it was a title battle. But
yeah, but unfortunately, Trafford picked the best players in the game. So there we go.
yeah, well, Phoenix picked the best over 29 years old players. That was it. Over the over 29s, over in the peak of their careers. So yeah, there is an old age team next season of 31 years plus from Josh. I don't see that as old. Just don't see 31 as old.
Now, obviously, you can guess Josh's age from that, I think.
12.
Yeah.
Flamingos versus East Coast. We said we're leaving till later on. It's Wanderers Wolverhampton versus Racers as the next game. Every win means something. Every win means something.
It's very profound. Very
nice.
profound.
Yeah, it sounds like probably a new song from Bob Dylan at some point.
It's the type of shit that's going to go in Fighty's like league celebration video, of which he'll post another one because he's already posted about 15. So yeah, you'll get that in. Yeah, yeah.
So the Wanderers of Wolverhampton, they go into this game with David in charge. Hopefully Wolfie is okay. And yeah, this team, he said the formation is he's trying to make it look like a hawk for his Steel Hawks team for next season.
Who interestingly have also picked a lot of great players. So well done, David.
Top division next season, definitely a Division 1 team for next season. Probably.
I hope you're very happy.
As it stands for next season, I think it's one of the 2 strongest squads that we've got in for next season. So
congratulations.
Be competing for that title without a shadow of a doubt. Let's use the old favourite phrase. So I mean, it's obviously a big spine of Pellizzoli, Richards, Hierro, and then you've got Keenan, Scally in the middle of midfield, and then Collins and Yavin. Wolfie bowing out of this season, but should be back next season, all being well. And yeah, it's not the worst team in the world to go into this game with at all, is it?
No, not bad by any stretch of the imagination. We obviously spoke about Simon Davies last week, but essentially 5 in behind Yavan. They'll create chances, I think.
And our weekly look at Fortesh, there he is. Still with his 11 for stamina. What a guy. 64. And he's been signed up for Wanderers next season as well, which is great news. He'll be back at 63 again to start it off. Last time they played each other, 3-2 to Racers. In fact, I did a little bit of delving into this. David played the game. He set the game up in a practice and won 6-2 with the Wanderers. So I had a quick look at the stats from this season and had a look at it. Racers have not conceded more than 4, apart from on 1 or 2 occasions, and the Wanderers have only scored 4 or more once, apart from against Flamingos. So yeah, it's an unlikely, but if it is another 6-2, we shall see. How did David Racers would play? I wonder.
That was a really long-winded way of saying that test games mean fuck all. Well done, Dan.
So for this game, Kumas is out and has been Chris Llewellyn has been picked to replace him in the team. So we'll find out whether he'll do the job. The one change from Mr. Hopkins for this week, he has made the change himself.
Wow. Fantastic. Fantastic.
Predictions for this
Fantastic.
one.
Um, Wolves 3-0, I think. Wolves 3-0. And just before we get into that,
Have you
Dan,
got the next
of
question?
the next one of higher and lower, which we
Yes.
come to at full time. So we had that 600 people are killed a year by autoerotic asphyxiation. Um, falling out of bed. Falling out of bed. Is it higher or
Yeah,
lower?
it's quite the
Have a little
challenge.
think. Have a little think. 600. The more or less than 600 people a year die by falling out of bed. And we'll come to that full time.
Well, let's hope this one will get people out of bed watching this one. Racers and Wolves started off. There has been a chance. I mean, Yavin has scored for Wolves. He made it 1-0. A nice early start for them in this one. 2-0. Maybe this 6 is on. It's quite possible now, isn't it? With two early goals from Yavin playing in the, I don't know, strawberries and cream kit or whatever.
Definitely getting drumstick lollies vibes from Wolves' kit,
Yeah, it's
pink and
definitely
the white.
strawberries and cream, isn't it? Because strawberries aren't pink. But the strawberries and cream sweets are a bit pinky. Yeah, so
Or the little
Collins.
have you seen the little refresher squashies you can get? It's like a little packet. They're called
Yeah,
squashies.
the
That's
bit
definitely them
that's what
vibes.
your people's hair looks like. You know, the back of the head looks like when they've had the haircut.
Yeah,
They've
yeah,
been out in
yeah,
the sun, and then they've got that big white
yeah.
patch there.
My
David, you
bad.
can choose to make your sub. Obviously, I'm not going to make it for you. Is Fortesh coming on? That's the question. You can see, is Fortesh the man to come on? We'll let you make that choice, of course. Darren Anderson, ready to come on and come back off again injured. Robin in for Collins. So Collins off for Matthew the ringtone. Right, let's see. There we are. Done. And going into he's looking very, very comfortable early on. Craig Bellamy's up to a 7 and Melville's on a 7 as well. Oh, Roy Keane flying in on Robert Page. And Etherington makes it 3-0. So he's come on and made the difference. A penalty. Oh, this could easily be 6 now. Paul Jones has been sent off.
Oh, no coincidence that this is the week that Hopkins has picked the team as well. By the way,
Well, let's just take off Chris Llewellyn, whatever he's known as, and we'll take him off. And it can be Mark Crossley coming on there, two attacking mids, Crossley in goal, and they can go very, very narrow further forward. Wow, this is big. Matt Crossley was a decent penalty saver, but I don't think that stat sort of comes into this game. So we shall find out. Can he do it? It's Robin. It's 4-0. It's 4-0. It's not even half time. This is domination. And yeah, the 6 is quite possible as it stands. Didn't expect that for a first half, but Paul Jones relieved to be coming off early without being subbed.
yeah, a three's a disgrace. Send him to the glue factory. It's awful.
Wow, yeah, that's absolutely diabolical, isn't it? To take a look at how they've got on as a team. I mean, Andy
Robbie
Melville's actually playing
Savage,
all right.
5 passes. Jesus Christ.
It's three successful passes. That is awful. In fact, he's made as many decent tackles as passes. And Mark Crossley so far is only because he won. Not a lot else to be said. I mean, it's a great first half for Wanderers Wolverhampton to be able to have Dean Richards making 3 out of 4 passes, Hierro 7 out of 12, and they've barely had to pass the ball. It's just gone straight around their opposition
Yeah.
and they scored.
Interestingly, that 4 across the middle, all with the arrows, all on 8s.
Oh
Just
yeah, it's
totally
a
too
great
much
spot.
for Robbie Savage
Yeah,
to just kind of deal with, really.
I mean Etherington's only played just under half an hour and he's
Mm-hmm.
producing that kind of stuff. David, obviously, it's over to you for subs. Where we are at the moment, isn't it? So let's see.
So just while we wait for David's subs there, Dan. So falling out of bed, do we think that kills more or less people
I
than
think
autoerotic
I'm going to
asphyxiation?
guess you back up nearer the 3,000 again. for some stupid
Thing
reason.
up next
Yeah.
3,000. Yeah, I'm obviously this isn't as entertaining as we find it, so nobody's contributed in the chat, but that's fine. We're here for Champman content. Um, Falling out of bed in the US only kills 450 people a year,
Oh,
so it was lower.
I've been
It
wrong
was
every
lower.
time. In fact,
You
what I'm
have
going
a
to do
mate, yeah,
next time round, I'm going to decide on what I think and choose the opposite.
and then do the opposite.
No
Yeah,
subs for Wolves. Um, it's chances. I mean, Robin is looking very, very lively this game. We'll have a quick check of how things go here. So for this time round, if you want to make any changes, we've got Hero 78. We're straight back to you for subs there, David. Just after we've asked you. Fortesh has got to come on for the last half hour, surely.
yeah, get them on.
He's the man. He's older than like I
31
don't know. He's older than 31. Yeah, he should be in the team for the old age ballers, but he's
should be
not.
dead, according to your man. He said,
64 years old. It's a shame he he isn't still alive and that he only died last year. Made it all the way through. So I think he was 84, something like 84 years old. Could have
"Wow,
still been playing on Chat Manager at that point.
yeah." I don't think David's that keen for it to happen. To be honest,
Oh, he must do. He didn't. He hasn't replied yet with his this time round for subs. He's planning how to do it. He's saying, "Yes, Fortesh for Yavin. There we go." And Scally to swap with Hierro and bring Anderton on. I assume that's for Hierro rather than for Scally. Yeah, Anderton for Hierro. Yeah, good. There we are. Holding out for Hierro. There we go. And for races, yeah, there's no need for any other subs. Nothing called, and nobody's totally out injured. Robin has scored. It's 5-0. It's extremely comfortable. And are they going for a sixth? Are they going for a sixth? Fortesh involved Anderton as well.
Robbie Savage somehow getting a 7.
He's put, Fortesh with a chance. It could have been a great goal, but Matt Crossley made the save. And we're going to time added on 5-0. We're looking to make it 6. One last chance. Anderton misses. And there we are. 5-0 to Wanderers of Wolverhampton, who I think may have moved up a place, maybe even taken 7th on the last day.
Fantastic. Well
Solid,
done, Wolfie, well done, David.
solid victory. And that's the end of races, isn't it? No more games for races. No more games for Phoenix. They've finished. No more games for races. Simon Davies, 10 out of 11 headers for races.
For races, but not
And 5
for
out of 5 for. Hey,
what a guy.
he's just 7 for heading.
He's not even that tall, is he either?
19 for jumping on one team. And on
Fair
the other
enough.
team, he's got 18 for jumping and 7 for heading. So he's managed to jump very, very well. And it doesn't. He might have won the headers. It doesn't mean they're accurate. And Roy Keane's 10, not enough for man of the match, as Robin took it with his 10. Solid. Fortuna versus Imaginary Madrid. And Imaginary Madrid finishing the season with a couple of players out. Smerteen's injured. And now. So we can recall one player to the team. I think there was. This is an interesting one because the team was selected and then I had to change the selection for Imaginary Madrid. So we can go and have a quick look in here. Joe Cole. Joe Cole is available to play. And so Robin will just go onto the bench there and do that. Cole was selected in the team. He was injured, but he's come back after his one day. That's the beauty of clicking forward another day in the game, isn't it?
There we go.
And there we are. We've got a little roof on the triangle.
Yeah, I think last week, I kind of said the AMLs and the AMRs. I don't like them, but
Well,
keep
this
trying
is the
it.
match for them. This is the match for them, definitely. As you will see in a second. When the save restarts, are the players conscious of this season like Groundhog Day? Um, I assume that the players will be if they're playing with the same team. Otherwise, the other might come into it not knowing about this season. I don't know. It's a good question. Do the players for the teams that have been retained know about this season? Great question.
No, no, they don't.
They have to live it back again and not realise. Radio goes off, and it's not Sonny and Cher. It's Hoddle and Waddle
Yeah,
starting
Huddle and
every.
Waddle,
So imagine
Terry
Madrid.
Venables.
If I Can Dream
What
by
was
Terry
his?
Venables.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's not an easy song to sing. You done well there.
Yeah, he's done pretty well. So Fortuna going into their final match with this squad, all 25 players being changed for next season for them, and yeah, they've gone for the attacking mids as well.
Sounds. I mean, Archie back in the AMC is going to do some damage. I think the Fortuna. Yeah, should be good. This hopefully goals. It feels like both teams are going to score a fair few, which means it'll probably be a nil now.
Yeah, and there's all the music going off in the morning, and everyone falls out of bed. Lovely, mate. Great little reference there. Your next question before we kick off this one.
Yeah, so we had death by falling out of
450.
bed. 450 people.
It's
Next one,
interesting that these are all round numbers, isn't it?
it is, mate. Yeah, it is. Icicles in Russia. Icicles in Russia are more or less than 450 people
Like falling off
killed
buildings and
each
such
year.
like,
Well, yeah, yeah, yeah,
or just forming and growing through people in their sleep.
yeah, or people shoving them up their arse.
Yeah, oh, that's probably millions then. Yeah. Anyway, so you predicted a high scoring 0-0,
3-3.
3-3 in this one, and we'll see what happens from there. I don't know why I've gone to match stats right now, but yeah, Runa Nord be refereeing this one. They're playing in the shower, so let's hope they enjoy themselves. It's an early start. Fortuna attacking. That Imagine Madrid kick gets harder to read, and Bonk scores the opening goal. You did say he was going to cause some damage, and he scored two
There we go.
early into this game. 2-0. I don't know what the score was last time they played. I've checked all the other games and not this one. It's 3-0. He's got a hat trick in 15 minutes. That is incredible.
You know what, Dan? It's almost like I know what I'm talking about when it comes to this game.
3-0 early on. That
He's
is.
going to get 5.
He's going to get a 5. He's going to play that
He's going to
badly
get
from now on.
5.
5 goals would be. I don't think anyone's got. Batistuta's got 4, I think, hasn't he, this season or something maybe.
Fuck him.
So he'd be hoping to go and break some sort of record. Chances are that it's 3-1 now.
Well, the 3-3's on.
Your 3-3 is well and truly on. I'm not sure if.
Savage saying that people dying by icicles is some Looney Tunes shit.
It's more like just land on their nose and then stay there for a while and then pierce it through a bit for itchy and scratchy kind of stuff, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's Russia though, isn't it? It's Russia. It's like it gets fucking cold. You're not talking about like little tiny nipples growing on the side of your house. You're talking about massive, huge, fucking leg-sized icicles.
So, I mean, it's very true, isn't it? Very true. Imagine Madrid on their one shot, one on target, and Fortuna 6 with 4 on target. I'm not entirely sure whether Quinton is here to watch this one, but we'll have a look at his team, see if I would say currently no subs for them. Advanced one was 88, but I wouldn't worry too much about that. Very solid first half, Bonk, with all but one of his team shots and Castillo with the other one. The assist coming from Lunt, Kenny Lunt. This season's 14 assists. He doesn't say anything, as you said last week.
He's got the 1,000-yard stare, and he's a man that's seen it all. He's seen a lot of shit, and he's absolutely just running the show, just pulling the strings for fun.
As ever, it's just how he does things. 41 successful first half passes, yeah. That's
Great.
been quite the game for him. And Imagine Madrid, they're no sub plans as usual. They've got a couple of players looking tired, but Yordi was on 87 to start the game. So we'll just keep pushing through on this one.
Dimble says the icicle is the perfect murder weapon.
Leaving no
Just when you
trace.
thought it couldn't get any more mental than Latvian vagina.
He's a bit of a. He's planning things tonight, isn't he? Definitely plotting. And subs coming up for Fortuna. It's one disallowed there.
Oh,
Estevez it was who scored the goal. Out of a film that isn't it, or a Poirot. Oh, I was thinking a film that isn't it. I was thinking, oh, you mean not the film It? No, a film out of a film that isn't it. It's amazing you can totally misread something. Anyway, Fortuna, they've got Said and Collins on sixes. I'll just have a quick look and see if Quinton suggested anything for subs.
did you go higher or lower on the icicles, Dan?
It's got to be higher, surely. I can't be wrong again.
More than 450 people is what you think? Actually, only 100. Only 100 people.
Oh,
Um,
this is
yeah,
just
only
annoying.
100. Interesting.
Is it because they just freeze too much and actually don't fall? Isn't that good?
Potentially, yeah.
Mr. Grammar Horse. Uh, Gramozis is playing for my team next season. Maybe it's him. Vance Warner not injured, so that's fine.
And grammar horse should really have a hyphen, probably, between it. Capitalised grammar and horse. So that would indicate two separate words being combined.
The lamp shank was the murder weapon, and they ate it to destroy the evidence. Destroy the evidence, which interesting enough was the album title of the CD that the first Mega Horse appearance was from. Well, the first Mega Horse JPEG was from anyway.
Nice.
Yeah, well, I say it was probably a bitmap at the time, to be honest. 2004.
Yeah, floppy disk.
Let's have a look. So, changes for Fortuna. To have a little look at this. I mean, David Collins, he's not been playing tremendously, has he? So he'll be withdrawn for
Done
the
well on.
last little bit. Yeah, done well. We might as well do. Yeah, well done. Go back to he played up front for the very first Super League game for Stackington Colliery back in 2017, whatever it was.
Nice.
He did play up front there. I actually, I'm sure he interviewed him actually before stuff using just like questions and answer things online. But yeah, you seemed a nice guy anyway. And another sub will take off Nikiforenko because he'll be a key to the cup final there, won't he? So he can come off, and Robert Pritz can come on to take that age up there with his 43-year-old. There he is.
Fantastic.
So for the last half hour,
3-3 still on.
it is still on, but you look Dunwell. Dunwell's been disallowed as well. This is being pretty. Dunwell's had chances again to score. 15 minutes to go, and Fortuna still very comfortable. And Elka's just hit the bar though. For the opponents, another chance. No, I think that's going to be it. And a comfortable 3-1 bonk hat trick. Jurgen Kohler on a 10. he just pops up there. He's played a 5 last game, so it's bound to get a 10 this game. Comfortable win. And Imaginary Madrid relegated. Fortuna move ahead of Ewan.
Kenny Lunt with 80 passes. It's fucking incredible.
63 out of 80. He's
Fantastic.
ready for that cup final next week against
Fantastic.
Ewan, of course.
Joko, and that, again, Imaginary Madrid all season should be doing much better than the table would indicate with those players. Some of those players they've got crazy.
And a bottom 3 finish it was for them, but they won't be relegated if the team is as expected for next season. They will be retained up there. So what else? We've got just 2 games to go. Yeah. And this is the one that has, I mean, obviously if Hull's win, they're likely to finish 3rd and that'll be fine. But we want to finish on the Can Flamingos stop conceding 100 goals, don't we?
Mm,
So
mm.
we'll play on your game next. Tato is here properly now after his
Evening,
team
mate.
were destroyed earlier on, and he saw the game. So last time out for Iron Curtain, a 2-2 draw with Phoenix was a great result. And this time round, you've kind of recalled some better players, haven't you? Nicky Franco and Shevchenko back into the team.
Yeah, just to see them off before they go back to the motherland. I actually think we're on a decent little run of form, to be honest. The last kind of 5 games or so.
Yeah,
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 well,
it's
last 4 games.
well, 3 wins and a draw of 5 games. Not bad at
Yeah,
all.
I mean, I think that Fortuna game was a bit of a dodgy one where we should have beat them. Tato, Alumwell just played better players, mate, and they had 3 EMCs and 2 DMs, and
And
you couldn't
no
do
no
anything in the middle of
goalkeeper
the
up front.
park. Yeah, no goalkeeper up front. They just smashed you. Sorry, mate, but love the fact that you put Manigar in there. Big kudos to you for making it interesting. And do I put a keeper up top? Do I put a keeper? Yeah, fuck it. Let's put a keeper up top. Go back to my team
Even though
selection.
the whole Hull's third place battle is on.
Yeah, because then it gives Dimble something to do, doesn't it? And he's playing Flamingos anyway. To be fair, which will be about 70-0. So
He's saying no.
let's stick a keeper up top. Let's have a look at my squad here.
So you've got
Uh,
Tamilovic on you as your third choice, haven't you, as well?
yeah, let's give him a call. Let's give him a call. Let's give him a call up with the squad, please, if that's all right. And let's stick him up top instead of Shevchenko.
So Shevchenko will go to sub 3, I assume.
Yeah, please, mate.
And Tamilovic. Yeah, make him happier again. There we are. He's got some.
And then I think what we're also going to do, Dan, just to kind of sign off the poetic nature of the whole not having a keep at the boggle. I think we are going to go Berezovsky for Sigalko as well.
Oh, no, I've just taken the wrong one off. So Tamilovic can just go that way. Lovely.
There
Come
we go.
on.
There we go.
Work for me. There we go. Back where they were.
What a side. Fantastic.
You can do that if Hopkins picks the Hulls team.
Fantastic. Let's go.
And for Hulls, they're missing Lucio and Emerson. And we'll see how things go there. Raul and Elbear up front, of course. So, predictions for this one.
5-0 the Iron Curtain. But just before we start there, Dan, we know that 100 people a year are killed by icicles. Next one, I'm going to say this slowly, just because you might not hear it properly. Ants.
Ants.
The
What, like as
more or
in.
less than 100 people a year get killed by ants. Have a think. No pressure. Have a think.
All ants.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hmm.
And let's see the keepers do the business.
Here we go.
Yes,
Worldwide.
worldwide, Tero. Yes, worldwide.
Well, it's been a start for Iron Curtain. They've been quite enjoying here. Hiero's been
Rostovsky
booked for
taking people on.
Wolves. It's like this. Oh, Nicky Franco makes it
Fucking
1-0.
battering him.
It's a red card for
Oh
Parfanov.
shit.
And you must
Um,
play 2 out wide and 3 at the back still.
so we'll drop Nicky Ferenko in for Corbin, and then we'll bring Volodenkov on for Corbin, please.
Why don't you come on off, Valerie?
Yeah, just so we've still got a bit going forward there. I know he's not really a DR, but fuck it.
Yeah, it's
We're going
true.
balls deep.
It's true, but you're doing what you can. I mean, you might be 2 goalkeepers up front. You're now also a man down, but you're still winning.
Yeah, I think Curtin giving a big fat red salute before they head back to the motherland.
Penalty
It's
turned
fantastic
down.
to see.
This is quite the
Scenes.
match. Lingua having an excellent game in goal. Yellow card for Romoshenko. Slightly worrying. But yeah, this has been a first half to be proud of. Your strikers are both on sixes,
What a
and
team!
yeah,
What a team!
they've been doing very, very well here. There was a game on the Commodore 64 Treble Champions where if you put more goalkeepers on the pitch, they actually played in goal. So you had two
Okay.
keepers in your squad, and it was like you could see like your rating was like 16 for goalkeepers, and yet everyone was rated out of 9. So,
Class. Class.
yeah, I used to enjoy playing that. We didn't score many. 32 and a half people killed a year, says Tato for
Very
this.
precise. Well, I'll reveal because I think
Oh,
that's a very good
I
guess.
haven't said. I haven't said.
Okay.
Oh well, I'm going to go lower then.
Are you sure? Because you said you were going to go the opposite of what you would
Yeah, because I
instinctively
think
think.
I would instinctively think higher, so I'm going to go lower.
Right. Only 30 people.
Oh, those two and a
All
half
right.
men weren't killed.
Just so you know that they live in colonies up to 20 million strong, and once an attack begins, can be easy to overpower their prey. Most reports of death are due to people falling asleep near an anthill and succumb to anaphylactic shock in their sleep.
Anaphylactic shock.
Yeah,
Uh,
there we
any
go.
changes from yourself?
Let's have a little look. Let's go. Nikiforenko and Romashchenko are going to come off because I'm already playing with 10. So we will go.
This will be all your three
What are we
subs
doing?
by half
Yeah,
time.
that's fine. That's fine. We'll go Lysan's on for Nikiforenko and put Volodenkov into centre mid.
There we
Different
go.
player there, but fuck it. And then we're going to bring Romashchenko off, and we're going to bring Krupovsky on, please. Oh yeah, my girl, that's the fucking crying my eyes out that film every single time. And if you don't cry your eyes out that film, you're an absolute bastard. And I don't want any business with you. It's bees though, wasn't it? It was wasps. It wasn't ants.
Was it bees or wasps?
I think it was wasps, wasn't it? Because
Oh
bees are
yeah,
less
bees have
likely
a
to attack you,
hive,
aren't
don't
they?
they? And whatever.
Yeah,
And these were,
yeah.
yeah, I don't know. But anyway, Hulls will be making no first half substitutions because there's no specific need to do so for them. But they are 1-0 down still. It's unfathomably close. It's almost like you'd read it and then added 2.5 on for dramatic effect.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
Hulls have
Oh, fuck
equalised
off,
from
rules.
from
Fuck
Den.
off. Shambles.
Danielson scoring. There's another yellow card there, Janowski. And it's
It's a lot of
2-1
rules.
now.
Oh, fuck off.
Substitute for Hulls, potentially on its way. Nothing can be done for Iron sub-wise, but still things can be changed. There's no specific need for them. Everyone's playing okay. Why change it? And for yourselves, well, I mean that's the team
Crack
you're
on.
using, of course. Crack
Crack
on.
on. Yeah, crack on.
Not want to take. Oh, Nickelson's playing well in goal, isn't he? So
Yeah.
no point swapping him over. Oh, it's 3 now. It's 3, and this will be third place, sewn up, and Iron Curtain finishing 10th, I think, is where it will be for this season. I think, because I think Fortuna have got 9th, and Ewan would be 11th. Or actually, would you be 10th and Ewan would be? You might be 11th and Ewan 10th. I'm not entirely sure now. I can't see the screen right where I am. Oh, Ewan will finish ahead of you. Yeah, you'll be 11th. Chances, late chance, nothing coming
Moral
in yet.
victory anyway. He's only beat me 3-1
With 2
with
keepers.
10, with 2 keepers up top. So, yeah, we'll take that.
And here we are. There's the end of that game.
Fantastic result. Fantastic.
Figo, man of the match, but some superb things there. Tamilovic had it with a 5, but he wasn't happy before that. I don't think he had a shot in the second half as they just went and smashed a few in.
Yeah, I mean, what would you expect?
Yeah,
What
exactly.
would you expect?
Exactly. End of season smiles all round for these teams here. Putting keepers up top tonight hasn't paid dividends. No, not quite.
No, I
No.
wonder why. But
Oh, it has
we got the
paid
moral victors.
dividends, hasn't it, by helping Hulls to finish third?
Nice. I do wonder where you kind of pull this shit from. Constantly just looking for little mad puns and stuff.
They're awful as
Let's
well,
not
aren't they?
let's not get on to Craig David because that is awful.
It was a good little area yesterday, but we can't be messing around doing that. We've got to get on to this next game. Otherwise we'll be on for 7 days. Anyway, so This is
Just before we do it, Dan,
next
just
one,
before
next
we
one. Come
do,
on, yes.
this is the final one. Okay, this is the final one. This is your chance to win the star prize. If you get this one right, all previous failures will go by the wayside. So we've had ants, we've had falling out of bed, we've had icicles. What a night! We've had autoerotic asphyxiation. We've had hippos.
It's not
We've
going to be Fred
had
West this time, is it?
it's not going to be Harold Shipman, no. Um, roller coasters,
Oh well, I
roller
mean,
coasters. So we
is
had
it?
30 ants worldwide. How many roller coasters get up and physically strangle people with their hands?
I mean, sometimes you get more than 30 people in one roller coaster having a
Hmm.
problem. But this is
Hmm.
what year was this taken from?
Why does that matter?
Because some years you get them and other years you don't. Is this an average?
1994 to 2004.
So it's taken an average over that time.
Yeah.
Hmm. There's a lot of roller coasters for things to go wrong. I mean, surely Blackpool's just waiting for another problem. Anyway, East Coast. I mean, does Dimble want to? Oh no, because he'll finish behind Falaraki. He wants to get, he's playing his strongest team to get the Flamingos goals, isn't he? Anyway, Duncan Ferguson will be playing the first hour as it stands. Looking forward to seeing what they can do. This team always looks to have more players on the pitch due to its setup with its arrows. I like it.
But we know that that's an impossibility within the game.
Yes. just to be clear, on that one.
Yeah. Actually physically impossible to have more than 11 players on the pitch.
Yeah, and not to have two goalkeepers. But look, Massimo Taibi is given his first league game of the season.
Fantastic.
6 goals behind and fewer goals scored, so they need to win by 7.
It'll happen.
We've had no 7-goal victories this season. We'll see if they can get it when they're playing with an experimental setup in terms of a goalkeeper that's not played all season. And Duncan Ferguson up front. We'll be headed on the spaceship ride at Blackpool Pleasure Beach. I don't know why I'm laughing. If that was actually true, why would I laugh? Then again, I have watched the Tom Price Formula 1 crash quite a few times. Oh yeah, I didn't even notice it was Blackpool. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you didn't need to say it to me there. It was just absolutely yes, fewer. Yeah, fewer people, and exactly. Yes, the fewer and less. I always try and get those correct. So
We're
I
down
can
the rabbit
fully
hole now,
understand.
guys. We're down the rabbit hole now.
Yeah, welcome to the Swemp Electronics Football Alliance Grammar Night. And
I see Cobra Kai hasn't hung around.
oh
He
yeah,
fucked
he's
off
been
as soon
sticking
as we were
around.
talking about
Yeah,
lasagna and tomato sauce.
as soon as the game actually kicks off, no,
Yeah.
he might still be watching silently, just thinking, who are these people? I'm just going to watch the games for enjoyment. Yeah, how many people have fallen down rabbit holes? That'll be a question. So Fifey
Good
for his
show.
final time for this season. He's got to change his team. He must change his team. This was a formation he had. He's not allowed to play it because it's narrow. So
Mm-hmm.
what's he going to do? Completely
Well,
forgot I've set this team up and it's narrow.
just like in
Cranchar
the
and
Super
Nez
League, just like in the Super League final,
breaking the rules.
it doesn't matter because it's whip wobbed anyway. So he'll win. Sorry, Dimble.
Is Fifey actually around still? Because I've just
Nah, I
realised his
think just
team.
put Crankier and
I am going to have to put those 2 players out wide,
White
Cranchar and Dez,
as an MLNMR.
out
Yeah.
wide, because I've just realised that team has been picked and isn't allowed. Yeah, completely didn't realise that at all. Move the centre backs wide. Let's just do that. Should we do that for him though? So get him back where
Yeah.
they've got him.
Yeah. Let's have a big arrow on Shane Tolly as well.
No, I can't change that for him. But yeah, it's going to have to be that because otherwise he'd be breaking the rules. So and having just realised that picking the team there, that's where we are at. Yeah, he's gone. Is he gone?
Fifey. He
Yeah.
must be. Yeah, I haven't seen him in ages.
Last time he chatted was Oh,
You could called you a
Phoenix and
prick
Trafford
when you
game.
said you were a prick.
Here we are. If you post this tactic in the chat, I could have told him. Yeah, I didn't actually look at the team until when I woke up this morning. So then I just kind of went, oh yeah, that'll do. Put them in. Anyway, so we'll go with that team. It's going to have to be. Can they concede 100 goals in one match? We will find out. Do you think they'll? Do you think East Coast can do it for
Double figures,
third?
10-0.
Here we go. And the game kicked off. And it's almost impossible to see what they're doing.
Jesus Christ.
Samba's coming close to scoring. They've had a lot of attack going on here. Another one on the attack. I think as soon as East Coast do get a goal, it will change the outlook of this game. But at the moment, it's very tense. Torricelli's had a chance. And still
What a
nearly
game!
another
What a game
25
to end
minutes.
the night on. This
Absolutely
is
delighted
what
with
a
this one.
Ross.
Sleep time. Oh, there we are. Duncan Ferguson getting the goal. Getting that goal. And it's two.
Yeah, one brings two.
One more for the 100. Duncan Ferguson gets it. Duncan Ferguson gets the 100th goal that Flamingos have conceded this season. And that's a minus, I think it's like a minus 90 goal difference or something like that from 26 games. But who would pick this team, seriously? Wow. 7 shots on target out of 7, and they've done it. But now it's a case of can they go and get these 4 extra goals that they need? Oh dear, oh dear.
He's got to go 2 up top, and he drop one of the EMCs and go 2 up top.
Well, look at this for Dimble now. He'll probably keep till 60. He's quite often doing the leave it till 60, but we'll see. We'll see. Does he want to make some changes? Could drop a defensive mid. Change. Drop a defensive mid. Go all out attack.
Yeah, go on, lad.
Get Duncan his hat trick before you take him off. So it'll be Salva. Salva on for Torricelli, isn't it?
Yeah, got to be.
Actually, Torricelli's playing the back 3, isn't he? But, something. It's Montero. I mean, who is it? David and Tomasi playing it. Tomasi off for Salva. There we go. Tomasi off for Salva. Tomasi on an 8. There he is. And I assume we're running up there. 3 strikers. Estebaria as well.
Yeah, back's better as a single FC or AMC, whatever you want to say. Yeah.
Is it going to be that? Just to let you know now, everyone, we won't be doing a big review of the season at this point. During the cup final next week, we'll have a bit more of a review of stats and things, so we can just bonk arrow off. Yeah, bonk off. Here we are. We'll do a review of the season next week because it's only one match in the cup final. Sound. Yes, there is sound, I believe. Should have put commentary. You should have put the sound files on for this one. The crowd chants and everything.
Yeah.
Oh, there will be an end of season awards coming up. Yeah, there'll be options there. We'll have a little look at these things. Yeah, manager of the year, player the best concept, best nonsense. Kagura's on a 5, and I can't see a yellow card of 5 and some form of injury being worth keeping on.
Yeah, let's get it done. Let's get it done and put them out of the misery.
Best keeper scoring in a cup game at Flamingos. That is quite an award. I think there'll be a few in for that one. Clayton. Clayton coming off Kagura. Best Dillis impression. I can't go for it now. I'm not as good as Tato on it. But,
let's go. Let's put the Flamingos down. Put them out of misery.
I've got to East Coast subs for absolutely no reason there. Mine just not on it. Then we have 60 minutes subs. Right, okay. So anymore, nothing happened in that bit of time there. Already beat Osmo with my half a sound. Duncan Ferguson going off. Is he coming off? Is he coming off? 2 subs left. Need 4 goals in half an hour. Yeah, I thought the Bella impression was very good during that night as well. Or 2 words, whatever it was. It was very good. We never had a Trevor Evans though, did we? You're the roller
Like,
coaster answer. I'm going to go for higher. Surely it's going to be lower.
you're going to go for higher than 30?
Yeah, I'm going to say it's 49,000.
Well, every year, so between 1994 and 2004, there were 40 deaths from roller coasters, and annually it's about 4 a year. It's about 4 a year.
I assumed Lee Bowyer was LB rather than a non-existent left back. But you never know. Could have been something. 100 goals conceded for the team. If you want to make another subject, just let me know. I'm just going to wander over to Flamingos at this point, who've been awful in this game. Is there anything that can liven them up? Cranchard's probably been the weakest player here. I don't know, he's on a 6, but he's not playing very well.
Jocelyn. Get him off for Jocelyn.
Cranchard
Or
off for
Sully
Jocelyn.
Montari. Yeah.
Yeah, Montari should come on, shouldn't he? Because it's he's a left winger. Give him that
Yeah.
end of season chance to improve himself. But we will do a third sub. No, you won't do a third sub. Got to keep him just in case anything goes wrong. Why are our players wide? It's because Fifey has submitted a squad that was entirely narrow, and they only just realised before kickoff. So it had to be 2 players out wide. It's part of the rules. So I couldn't play
That we've been playing all season, by the way.
Salva's made it 4. Can
And
they
you
make
can't
it
whip up.
7?
So there we go.
No, it's 1. It's 1.
Oh,
Des
fantastic.
Fioasso.
Flamengo's win.
It's
Flamengo's win.
5-1. 5-1. Des Fioasso. Superb. I knew he was the best player Flamingos have ever had. There he is. Des. A wonderful, wonderful way to round out his season there. Getting their third best outfield player that played the entire game on a 6. Anyway, Okoronkwo with a 10 for man of the match. That's something, isn't it?
Great player. Love him.
Yeah, but I mean, did the defender really deserve man of the match in a game where a team scored 5? Anyway, we'll go straight through to the league table for the end of season there, looking at those results. Some all wins on the last day. And so the table finishes with Trafford 3 points clear of Phoenix, and then Hull's, East Coast, Faliraki all finishing on 51 points. A great season for them, but Hull's taking it by 2 goals, and also a goal scored was on their side as well. Allenwell just 5 points behind third in 6th. Not a bad end to the season there. Badgers just edging out the Wanderers of Wolverhampton on goal difference. +3 versus -9. Fortuna. Now, Quinton was saying he needed his team to win by 2 goals to recover back to an even goal difference, and it happened with a bonk hat trick for them. Ewan Rovers 10th and Iron Curtain down to 11th on the last day, but a positive goal difference. So, not bad. And also, moral victory of playing 2 keepers up front.
And 10 men.
10 men as well, and being in the lead at one point.
Yes.
13 points clear of Imaginary Madrid, another 2 back to races, and then 15 points back to a team with a -91 goal difference in Flamingos, who did concede 102 goals.
Fantastic.
So,
Fantastic.
congratulations, of course, to Trafford for winning this first league. Like I said, we'll go into a bit of a review of the season next week after the cup final, or maybe before.
I'm not going to congratulate them, Dan.
You've had enough of the big teams.
Yeah. big teams, tiny dicks.
The views of the co-commentator there. And just taking a quick look at that, I mean, it's incredible to think that the bottom three have nearly been beaten by 11th place on their own. 32 points between the bottom three and 30 points for 11th. Something to enjoy there. Fixtures, so no league fixtures ahead, but a reminder that the Norwegian Cup final is the end of season match next week. Fortuna versus Ewan Rovers. That is 9th versus 10th in the league playing in the cup final. And what a game it promises to be as a final. I don't even know what the rules are. Hopefully,
3-3.
do we go to replays?
3-3.
Yeah, it just goes to a replay if the score's a level after extra time.
Class. Just forever replaying it. It's just forever.
Extra time first, though. Yeah, well, Mr. Duggan, thank you very much for your input tonight. It's been quality as ever, and I really enjoyed the statistics. Feel free to provide us with anything else for next time round.
I will do, mate, as always. Thank you very much, and cheers, Dan, for the graft you've stuck in this season. It's been a great laugh, proper absurd and proper funny. Exactly like the perfect foil to the seriousness of the Super League. So cheers, mate, and well done.
Yeah, I've really enjoyed it. We've got Division 2's final round coming up on Monday night as well, in between this tonight's games and the cup final.
Up the Danglies.
Dangley's looking for what would it be, a second or third win of the season is all it would
Second,
be for them.
mate. They've only won once.
awful, but entertaining, hugely entertaining. And then of course they have the final next week, and then the work all begins again in people submitting their squads. The deadline for squads is Friday the 6th of August, and the league looking to begin at the end of August again. Hopefully, either the 26th or 30th of August, we will start up again.
You are moving house, so that'll postpone things a little bit more.
Moving house again. I am planning on not moving house for a little
Forever
while.
Moving house. And the washing machine will be fixed for that date, I think.
The washing machine. Yeah, be back on that.
Can we have an award for the best washing machine, please? And just have like 4 different models of washing machine.
Superb.
Class.
On that note, I mean, I'm in a bit of a spin now after that, so
Fuck off.
we'll
Honestly,
cycle around to the next game.
See you later. I'm off. Bye.
Good night. Bye bye.